Hi, I'm Leroy Scott. Welcome to Leroy Scott TV. I know that many of you have been following me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, but I've got something really important I want to talk to you about right now. I want to talk to you about marriage. I know that when you think about getting married, you think about all the money you're going to spend on the ceremony and the arrangements and the invitations and the gifts and the cards and the cake and the dress and the ring and all of those different things. You know that more people put more money into the actual financing of the marriage than they do in the actual relationship. Now I want to talk to you about 5 things to think about before you get married that go beyond the financial responsibility you'll have in the marriage. Because remember, what's most important is not how much money you spend on the actual ceremony, but it's what you're willing to invest in the relationship that's really going to make the difference. So number one of the things you need to think about is your family history. You need to think about where you come from, where you and your spouse are coming, what kind of family system you and your spouse are coming out of. You know, did you have divorce in your family? Were your parents together? Were your parents married? Was there a stepdad? So you've got to think about family history, because as you come out of that family system, you're actually leaving that family system in order to be joined together to create your own family. So family history is critical when you're getting ready to get married. The second thing that's very important is personal history. I've got a question for you. What was it like when you left home? And what was it like when your spouse left home? Did you leave home on a good note? Were you abandoned? Were you rejected? Did your parents kick you out and tell you that you needed to go and make a life for yourself? Was there conflict? Or was there anything going on in that relationship or in that system in your family that indicated a problem, so that when you came out of that family system, you were looking for something different? The third thing you're going to have to talk about is money. Now, I know that the majority of relationships, they get in really, really difficult spots when it comes to money, because you're so used to managing your own money, and maybe you overspend, maybe you underspend. And maybe your spouse is somebody that'll underspend, or maybe they'll overspend. But ultimately, at the end of the day, you are going to have to sit down and talk about how you're going to manage money, because money is a very, very big part of making a marriage work. The fourth thing you're going to have to think about is living your life together. Now, you are so used to living your life alone. You're so used to taking care of your own individual needs. And it becomes a challenge when you have to share your needs and your expectations with someone else. And I say needs and expectations because that's something you're going to have to identify on each of y'all's parts. Your wife is going to have to be able to say, you know, these are my expectations and these are the needs that need to be met. And then the husband is going to have to say the same thing. And the whole objective of the relationship is going to be not you meeting your individual needs and setting individual goals and expectations, but actually meeting the needs of your partner. And that's a huge challenge, but it's something you're going to have to think about. Finally, special issues. You know, everybody comes into their relationships with baggage. I mean, you've even got situations where you've got blended families, you've got people that were recently divorced, you've got people that were hurt in previous relationships, you've got all sorts of baggage and things that people bring into the relationship. And I call those things special issues. And the better you are at resolving and discussing and processing through those things before you absolutely say, I do, the better opportunity you'll have to have a successful relationship. Listen, you can find out many more things that you need to know before you get married by going to my website, www.leroyscott.com, and purchasing my workbook, Creating Possibilities in Marriage. Why don't you go? Click away. Have a good time. We'll see you next time on Leroy Scott TV. God bless you.